are ready to go. Thank you. This is July 29th. This is our full case break of Select right here. Can't beat it. Here's our first box. Here's our first box of Select. We had plenty of case breaks. I lost count. I lost count on how many Select cases we broke already. I know I ordered 10 from the distributor, and then I had to pick up 5 more because we were filling. So that's pretty fun. And then we're gonna have some fun stuff for the month of August until I'll toss in a case of Select every now and then, but we'll have some fun stuff until Turn 4 comes out. For example, tomorrow is 2025 Prism and NT, and then next week I can put out 2024 Prism and NT for next week. So if you're looking to help your personal collection out. All right, here we go. First, let's do both of them. Okay, while I'm talking. Yeah, so, and then I was thinking about a mega box bonanza. I know we have, maybe we'll do some Donruss mega boxes with some Select mega boxes. I like the mega boxes aren't too bad, and they're a little more affordable. I think the blaster boxes of Select leave a little something to be desired, to be honest with you. But the mega boxes are pretty good. All right, here we go. Let's give a good luck for our first box. Here's our first box. We'll grab this side. Good luck, everybody, and thanks for filling the break here. Should we cheat and see what do we see? Some shiny stuff happening right now. All right, starting off with Tyler Reddick and Nick Sanchez on the grandstands. Here's a Riley Hurst, nice Riley Hurst Prism, the silver ones. Riley Hurst, the first insert is Kyle Larson. And a pit road of Josh Berry. If anybody does want any of these, let me know. Let me know. I'd be happy to send a few. Put it in your package. Be happy to do that. Oh, we got a little NASCAR right there. Jeff Gordon and Ross Chastain. Justin Haley. Okay, here's a Justin Haley tricolor. And William Byron. Free William Byron spot on the skills spot. And Brendan Poole. Brendan Poole is our pit road. Austin Cedric and Harrison Burton. And there is a Carolina blue. John Hunter. JHN Carolina blue, number 117 out of 199. That's our low number of the day so far. We're definitely going to beat that. Let's think positive. Chase Briscoe and more JHN. How about Andre Perez? We got Cody Ware. And starting off with Connor Hall, silver. And there's our first autograph. Josh Bilecki. I think that was with the Jays. Let's check. Oh, look at that. I'm going to brag here. As I've been talking about, I got a nice 3D printer. That was my, for the fam, we picked up a 3D printer. And here's my attempt at top loader holder. It is the same size. It's the right size of top loader. And I got, this was the 35 count. So that was my 3D attempt at printing. And I'm going to do them all in different colors. So the 55 count, the 130 count. I just keep fumbling around on the side here with top loaders. So I figured I'd make one of those. Let's, instead of me bragging on my attempt at 3D printing. This going to Stephanie, is that you? Who had the Jays? Josh Bilecki. This is going to, I think, I'm sorry. Josh Bilecki. Stephanie, there you go. For $3, there you go. Not too shabby. This is a blue numbered out of 99, 73 out of 99. Congrats on that, Stephanie. There's our first autograph. I'll put it in the Wall of Fame right up here. For our first autograph of the day. How about Brayton Lasser, rookie card, Zachary Tinkle, and Justin Haley. And there's, that's not too bad. How about a Carson Hocevar, NASCAR. I want to say we're getting about, on average, about 4 We get about 4 or 5 of these per case, so it's not a full case hit, if you want to call it a full case hit, but a Carson Hocevar one. Not too bad at all for the NASCAR. Parallel. Maybe every 2 or 3 boxes, you're getting one of those. A little Chase Briscoe, claim to fame. We got Josh Williams. Here is Carson Quappo, Corey Heim, a blue Luke Fenhouse. And there's Denny Hamlin. The skills, and one more, Brad K. To finish off that stack, we're still in box 1. If you're just joining us, we're only in box 1. So enjoy the show, have a little fun here. Christopher Bell and Luke Fenhouse. There's a Burgundy, Sam Meyer. That is, a bookend, 125 out of 125 right there for Sam Meyer. And Bubba Wallace, selective swatch. Blue, that's a nice color match. We got a blue Bubba Wallace. 1 second. Yeah, let's use the thicker card sleeves. I don't want to. Got to protect those corners. That's a nice color match. This is out of 49, I believe. Yeah, 31 out of 49. There you go. For Bubba Wallace. Low number of the day so far. Now, if you're new, anything under 100, I'll get taken care of. I'll put in top loaders, and I'll take care of penny sleeve everything if you're new. So don't worry about that. There's our first little Dale. There's our first trackside. Dale Earnhardt and Connor Mosack, Tanner Gray. Here is Austin Dillon, a free Austin Dillon blue. SVG. Skills. Our second trackside. Bailey Curry. Trackside there. Here is Ryan Preece and Ricky Stenhouse. Awesome Dawson Sutton, a silver refractor or prism, SVG again, and Fuego. Corey LaJoy, we got Gio and Alex Bowman. Connor Mosack is the tricolor. And right behind that, how about a little Tony B? There's a good autograph. Little Cane's Chicken, Tony B. For our second autograph, congrats, who had Tony B. This one is a silver, so I don't believe the silvers are numbered. That one's going to John Racer. I don't think he's here today. He picked it up earlier. All right, Josh Bilecki and Tony B are the autographs for this box. Corey Day, we got Todd Gillen and Zane Smith. Here's a red Justin Allgaier. And Jeff Gordon on the claim to fame. Ty Gibbs. Last pack is Kyle Larson and Landon Huffman. Here's a silver Denny Hamlin. And the freebies. For some reason, our giveaways hit. So you want to be part of the giveaway. Here is William Byron. William Byron red. And then last card is Kyle Busch. There you go. In the Cheddars. Kyle Busch. All right, that was the first box. So plenty of break left. The case hit, I wouldn't call them a case hit because there's about 4 or 5 of them per case. The NASCAR ones. So I wouldn't say they're case hits, but pretty nice short hit for Carson Hocevar on that one. I'll get all these shipped. You should get shipping notifications today. So I'll get all these shipped to you today. If I could get it done before 5, our mail to the post office where I'm at, it goes on lunch from 11 to 1, and then they close at 5. So I'm going to try to get them in the mail. It's funny though, if I'm driving around, it's like 11:30, not a chance. There's only one person that works in the post office, and it's going to be closed. She takes lunch from 11 to 1. So, and they're nice people. The ones that work there, they're very rigid on their time. So I'll try to get them in the mail before 5. If I don't, then they're getting mail tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, like it's like everybody knows. Everybody knows in town. We have a bigger post office that has the post office that distributes the mail. That one's open all the time, and that's at the 7. But I like going to the small town one that we have here. But then you got to deal with and plus she's a talker. How do I say this nicely? She's a talker at our post office, so you gotta come in with some conversation in order to get because if she starts talking, then the line doesn't move very much. So you gotta come in with a little conversation first. But it's fun. I like our small town post office as opposed to the big one. Landon Lewis. Here's box number 2. Darrell Waltrip. The tricolor is Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith tricolor. And how about a Kyle Larson autograph? Not too bad. Josh Bilecki, Tony B, and Kyle Larson. Our autographs are doing pretty good so far. This one is a silver. Trackside Action silver. Congrats on that. Who had Kyle Larson for our break here? That one's going to Kyle Larson is franchise. There you go, franchise. Congrats on that. We'll put you right next to Tony B up there. SVG in the pit road. We got Jeb Burton and Carson Hocevar. Here's Jake Garcia White. I think these are out of 99. 38 out of 99 for Jake Garcia. Here is little Brad claim to fame. We got Landon Lewis and Austin Hill, William Byron, Jimmy Johnson on the skills. Noah Gregson, Sammy Smith, and Jeremy Clements. There's for Brendan Poole here, we got a silver high number. This is a trackside silver. I want to say those are 1 per case. Maybe if we get lucky, we get 2. But those track sides are a little more on the rare side. I have no idea if Brendan Poole, I don't want to be mean, but I don't know if Brendan Poole is a high market driver. No offense, Brendan Poole, but that's available. And so let's do it while we do it here. This is a silver Brendan Poole. So I'm going to run this at auction is what we do for anything that's still available. If it's $3, I'm not going to change the price on it any. It was $3, so I will run it at $3. If you feel this is worth $3, I have no idea what the price would be. If you feel this is worth $3, plus all the other Brendan Pools that come out of the case, and the way Panini sorts, there's going to be 12 more of these. But if you want to run this one, maybe a zebra's coming up too, is what I'm hearing. Well, let's run this one now. Oh, sorry. That's Blaine Perkins. My fault. I hit the wrong button. This is Brendan Poole. No one has bid on this yet, so I can't cancel the auction, but that's Blaine Perkins. Don't bid on that. That's not this card. Here, well, unless you want it, but here's Brendan Poole. So this card plus all the other Brendan Pools out there. How do I say this nicely? It's Brendan Poole. Get a guaranteed hit here at least. Takers on that? No Brendan Poole love. Well, we'll leave this right here. If we have more Brendan Poole showing up. But I'm hearing a little zebra might be showing up. We got Austin Dillon tricolor, the Kings and Fuego. Here is Ryan Blaney, followed by an Fuego, Michael McDowell, Richard Petty, Noah Gregson, Brad Kay, and there's our second autograph, Takuma, a little Takuma Koga, and this one is a tie-dye. You got your tie-dye autograph. I think this is our low number of the day so far. Let me unpin Brendan Poole so I can see a little better. There you go. There is Takuma Koga. Number 9 out of 25. And that one's going to, I believe that one's with, I think this is autograph only. So I think this is with the S through R through Z. No, it is not. So is Takuma. Okay. Hold on. Is this available? No. I will have to look that up. Somebody has this one because I put all the drivers in there. We will get back to that one. I'll look that up. Here is William Byron. We got Lane Riggs and Bubba Wallace. There's a orange, an orange Butterbean. Number 13 out of 49 on this one for the orange. Let's get that in there. Still not the low number of the day. And then just a few more. Kyle Larson and Joey Johnson for that stack. And on this side, we got William Byron and Sammy Smith. Here is Terry Labonte blue. And there's our first tandem, Brett Cruz and William Swallich on our first tandem draft card. And there's our high number, Ryan Blaney with the stash. There's our track side, Jeremy Clements and SVG, Austin Hill silver. More Jeremy Clements, pit road. We got Noah Gragson and Ryan Blaney. Here is Chandler Smith, a blue, another blue out of 175, Chandler Smith. And then our swatch is Denny Hamlin. Noah Gragson for the, no, that's not, I thought it was silver again. Noah Gragson is our high number for our trackside one. Denny Hamlin and Terry Labonte. Brett Cruz silver. And Brad K blue. The claim to fame. I would say the claim to fame is my least favorite insert in this one. But Brad is not too bad. Darrell Waltrip, keep it going. SVG and Landon Lewis. Here's a maroon Todd Gillen maroon. And then Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch claim to fame. Last pack has Austin Hill and Ryan Blaney. Here is more Austin Hill and a Carolina blue. Dawson Sutton. Awesome Dawson right there. Justin Bonsignor, and we'll finish up with Sammy Smith. Pit road for 2 boxes down. Hoping we have a zebra coming up. That'd be good. Let's keep going here. Box number 3. How's turn 4 going to be for you? Is people, you either love it or hate it? I've heard people say for turn 4, they are all about turn 4, or they just have no interest in turn 4. I mean, I'm going to do full case breaks at turn 4, and then I'll start doing mixers, because I think that's turn 4 is a big opportunity for skunking. Because even if we do a full case break, that's only 40 cards. I mean, there's 60 cards in one of these boxes right here. And so a full case break would only be 40 cards. So I'll definitely mix turn 4 with, Don Ross, or turn 4 with Select for this year. Any condensed list, put the list together. I like that. I like that idea. But on the other side, I like people just getting a chance to pick their own drivers. I will put the driver. Plus, I like better when people put their list together. Like, because I'm obviously, like we do here, I'm sure half of the spots are going to be $5, even if it is turn 4. And I know the turn 4 are, a little more expensive than they should be, to be honest with you. But and then we can put through their drivers at the end. So I will definitely still have $5 spots on the turn 4 spots. So at least give everybody a chance at that. But yeah, if there is a group, when I do the condensed list, if there is a group that you're looking for, I'll put a group of 3 together. I'd be happy to. I was always thinking about turn 4 here, like me asking you questions. And please, I appreciate your feedback. Instead of pre-posting the drivers like I always do, Just wait till I start the show and let people put their package together. I mean, I'll have the prices of what I think is reasonable, but people could put their group together, because that's the only thing I worry about of the condensed spots. I mean, we still got to pay for the case, and if the case comes out at 150, I mean, that's a pretty sizable break there. And so I feel bad if people get skunked on that. But don't worry, my skunk packages are a little nicer than most. Cody Ware on this one. Here is Darrell Waltrip purple. And a little more Darrell Waltrip back to back. It looks like Darrell Waltrip. Yes. Back to back Darrell Waltrips. Brennan Poole, more Brennan Poole. This one's a little high number, Brennan Poole. Little trackside. Zachary Tinkle and Justin Haley. Here is Tyler Ackram silver, followed by Bo Walsh. Bo Walsh on the insert. Harrison Burton. We got Connor Moshek and Tanner Gray. Here comes Gio, and right behind it is a little Carl Williams. That's a good card. I'm a Carl Williams guy, if you didn't know that. And now we got a tie-dye Carl Williams. I like that. That's our second tie-dye autograph. We got Takuma and now Carl Williams. Oh, Carl Williams. Why am I saying Carl Williams? The actor? Sorry, Carl Edwards. I've been watching Star Wars too much. Carl Edwards. 11 out of 25. On that, I feel embarrassed now. I'm like, one of my good guys, Carl Williams. Too much Star Wars. Andre Perez on that one. We got Ryan Preece and Ricky Stenhouse. Here is more Kyle Busch. More Kyle Busch red. 91 out of 125. And our second tandem, a little Chase Elliott. Now this one went with Chase Elliott and Alan Gustafson. About Cody Ware, we're looking at Gio and Alex Bowman. Here is Corey LaJoie, silver. And Bo Walsh again. Bo Walsh red this time. Select skills. What are we looking at? 81 out of 99, because red's out of 99. Here is Zachary Tinkle, Todd Gilliland, and Zane Smith. Chase Elliott blue, Carolina blue. More Carson Hocevar and Fuego. And for that stack, Justin Haley to finish off that stack. What else we got here? Oh, should I cheat? I'm thinking. Like a little zebra right there. A little zebra coming up. Chandler Smith and Tyler Ackram. Here is Jimmy Johnson, purple. And Austin Hill is the Sparks memorabilia. Josh Berry, trackside. There's Raja and Connor Hall. Okay, well, good call on here's another silver. That's our second silver, a Jimmy Johnson silver. That's our second one of the break. And there is a zebra. We saw the zebra already. There you go. Jimmy Johnson silver. We'll keep this right here on our stack. Connor Zillage and Fuego. There is Tyler Reddick. Here comes Christopher Bell and Luke Fenhouse. Dale. There's Junior on the tricolor. And Kevin Harvick, claim to fame. Nick Sanchez, Tyler Reddick again, Nick Sanchez again, and Parker Retzlaff. Parker Retzlaff is our blue parallel. More Connor Zillage. Jeff Gordon. We got more Jeff Gordon and Ross Chastain. Here's Austin Beers, silver. And right behind it is a little Ken Schrader. A little Ken Schrader tie-dye. We have either trackside or tie-dye is our autographs. This time Ken Schrader. There you go. This one, we got number 25 out of 25. A little end cap right there. Look at that. That's a nice combo here. A little classy, little legendary combo. Carl Edwards and Ken Schrader. So we're looking at that little zebra right there. Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, and Harrison Burton. Good luck. The zebra is Corey Day. Corey Day is our... Now, I would definitely call this a case hit because usually only get one of these. Well, a couple cases we've had two. Not bad for Corey Day. Who picked up Corey Day? I think that was a good deal too. Corey Day went to... Oh, LP, you put that deal together. Let me get you my... whoa. Look who's 3D printing these. I'm still working on these. But this is my latest attempt. I think that's getting better. It was my first attempt. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that, but that's kind of scribbly and stuff. But here's my latest attempt. A little better. Once I get I got it embossed right there. Once I get this perfected, I'd be happy to share some of those with you. Or if you want to put your logo, I was thinking about putting like NASCAR on there, although that's illegal because I don't have any license with NASCAR. But I was thinking print these if you want yours, like you want to put your name on there or something. I'd be happy to share that with you. But it's still a work in progress because it's kind of scratchy on that. But hey, I got myself a 3D printer for fun. Sorry, let me finish off Fred Cruz and Austin Cindric. That's box number 3. So I got myself a 3D printer because I never had one, and I thought and it's fun. I got one of the boys interested in it. Most of the stuff that I do is just try to get the boys off their electronics and get interested in things. Because if they had it up to them, they would play electronics all day long. So my whole goal is to get them off of, even though I do shows online, but yeah, they are maybe a little too much electronics. That's all. When they have a free time, they always want to play their games and stuff, which I guess I probably did too, because most of their stuff is organized. Soccer's organized. Think about when we were kids. I don't know how old you guys are, but when I was a kid, you just left and then you did stuff. You go by a buddy's house, he wasn't there. You go by another buddy's house, and you didn't know if they were there or not. You actually rang the doorbell and see if they were there. Now they just call each other. In fact, my son was on a game, and I'm like, "Are you playing?" He goes, "No, we're just talking to my friends." So they all logged on to the game and talked to each other. Now they all live in our neighborhood. I mean. So I called one of the dads. I said, "Hey, I'll kick my kid off, you kick your kid off, and we'll make them meet each other." So, all right, enough of my parenting strategies. Let us start with box number 4. Everything's shipped. Yes, absolutely. This one, I usually ship everything. Sometimes in Donruss, like one of those big base products, I probably am not going to ship everything. But here for select, I'll ship all the cards. You'll get them all. Good question. That's a very good question. Always ask. Very good question. Let's start with box number 4. Has Terry Labonte and Lane Riggs. How about another orange? Bailey Curry. Bailey Curry orange out of 49. That's our second. We had Butterbean and now Bailey Curry. That's our second orange. And as I said, as you notice, there are a few drivers still available. I think Bailey Curry is one of them. If you've seen enough, let me know. Oh no, Bailey Curry is taken. But Brennan Poole, we had a nice Brennan Poole silver or tie-dye. So yeah, I think Bailey Curry is taken. Yeah, that going to Stephanie. That is yours. Congrats on that. Nice out of 49. Chase Briscoe, Justin Allgaier is the trackside. Noah Gragson and Ryan Blaney. Here is Sheldon Creed. Blue, Carolina Blue out of 199. Yeah, 199. And Christian Eckes is our selective swatch. More Parker Retzlaff, another high number. Trackside Parker Retzlaff. We got Austin Hill, William Byron, Austin Hill Silver, and Terry Labonte, the Cornflakes, claim to fame. There's Zachary Tinkle. We have Christopher Bell and Luke Fenhouse. Nick Sanchez is the silver. And a few more silvers here. And how about, looks like Chase Briscoe. Yeah, Chase Briscoe on a 99. A red Chase Briscoe on a 99. We have Lennon Hoffman, Tyler Reddick, and Nick Sanchez. Parker Retzlaff blue. Carolina blue out of 199. More Austin Hill. Carson Quapple is the pit road. We have Carson Hocevar and Denny Hamlin. Here is a white Austin Cindric. That is 81 out of 99 for Austin Cindric. And then junior claim to fame. One more, Alex Bowman. To finish off that stack, I think we're owed some autographs here. Bubba Wallace and Austin Dillon. Here is more junior, silver. Saying Dale Earnhardt a lot. Kevin Harvick and Fuego. Todd Gillen. About Chandler Smith and Tyler Eckram. A Austin Cindric tie-dye. Oh no, tricolor. And who's calling Mark Martin? Mark Martin blue. 95 out of 99. Good call on the Mark Martin autograph. This one out of 99. Congrats on that, little Mark Martin. Trackside action. We'll put that up next to Kyle Larson up there on our wall of fame. Let's keep filling that. Zane Smith and Raja. We have Connor Hall. Terry Labonte on the burgundy. And how about SVG? Claim to fame, SVG. Kyle Larson. Sammy Smith and Jeremy Clements. Here is Daniel Hemrick, more tricolor. Daniel Hemrick. Chris Buescher. Skills. Ryan Preece and SVG again. Landon Lewis. Riley Hurst, a little blue Riley Hurst. These are out of 175 on that one. Jimmy Johnson and Fuego. Ricky Stenhouse. Darrell Waltrip and Jeb Burton. Here's Denny Hamlin silver. And how about Brittany Z? How about a Brittany Z purple autograph? 29 out of 49. Purple. Take a look at that. Not too shabby right there. That one's with the drivers, I believe. That one's going to the AB drivers. This one is going to, pick that one up. The AB drivers are Card Lab. There you go. Brittany Z. The Nut House with the good call on Mark Martin, right? You had Mark Martin. Good call on that. Brittany Z. So I'm getting some nice autographs here. Nothing. I don't want to be mean to my man. You know, Matty Mills. I always pick on Matty Mills or Spencer Boyd and stuff. But one more in that Gio to finish off that box. I always pick on Spencer Boyd or I pick on. But we got some nice autographs today so far. A little Carl Edwards tie-dye and Ken Schrader tie-dye for old time. And Mark Martin trackside. So some nice autographs. Brittany Z, Tony B. And then Takuma and Kyle Larson. So the autographs are doing pretty well. Sometimes you get Joe B. Joe B always has a theory that you get, in Prism, you get one good autograph, one ho-hum autograph, and one who's that autograph. Which does, that's a good theory, because that does happen. But we're getting some good ones. Today's autographs aren't too bad. Obviously, I want to say the big hit so far is a zebra. Corey Day zebra is the biggie so far. But we're not even halfway through the break. This is our 5th box. We got 7 boxes to go. So we're doing pretty well. I'd love to see a 1-1 since now we need the Nut House to call it. He's got the lucky hand. He called the Mark Martin autograph. Let's get us a 101. Some gold cards are nice, but we haven't had many 101s yet, we'll say. Carson Kvapil and Corey Haim. Here is Kyle Busch. There's your Kyle Busch. Silver and Rich Petty. Skills. Darrell Waltrip. We got Anthony Alfredo and Christian Eckes. Here is Ty Dillon. And how about another tie-dye Ross Chastain autograph? This one is numbered 18 out of 25 for Ross Chastain. There we go. Congrats with Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain is JR. JR, there you go. That's all you. We'll put that up here with that picture. Let's check the video. Yeah, you can see that. There's Ross Chastain. Keep it going with Jeff Burton, Caden Honeycutt, Brett Cruz Blue, and Ty Gibbs and Fuego. Carson Hocevar. Keep going with Sheldon Creed. Oh, a little gold sneaking up right there. Blaine Perkins, Austin Dillon Silver, and a gold. Kyle Larson. Oh, that's one of my favorite cards of the gold and Fuego. I think that's a really, really sharp card. Kyle Larson and Fuego. Give me a second here. This one is numbered 10 out of 10. On that. That's definitely worth a stand. So far, a little gold card right there for Kyle Larson. Remember, that one was, Kyle Larson was franchise. Franchise had that one. Denny Hamlin and Cole Custer. David Reagan. And, all right, as we were saying about Panini, here's our second orange. Just 13 and 33. Now, that's one thing. I think Panini does a good job. It's easy to criticize and stuff, but I think Panini does a good job, except the randomization. But hey, on Butterbean, who's liking that? Butterbean is going to LP. LP's liking that. A double on that one. We got Ryan Blaney and Terry Labonte. Here, let's keep going with Gio and Alex Bowman. We got Nick Sanchez. And there's our second Ken Schrader autograph. The first one was a tie-dye. Now we just have a silver autograph for Ken Schrader. So no number on the silvers. But that one with John Racer, that one with the drivers. The drivers who has double check. Yeah, John Racer had the Ken Schrader in the K through L drivers. So congrats on that. We'll put them right next to this Ken Schrader. Slide Brittany Z over. I'll show all the autographs at the end. And then one more SVG. Let's go with this side. And looks like another zebra coming in. The zebra break here. We got Todd Gillen and Zane Smith, and the zebra is Corey LaJoie. That's our second zebra. I think I've had a few cases that had two zebras in it. So there's our second one. This time, Corey LaJoie. How's that one? Going to Corey LaJoie is Jimmy Black. Jimmy Black right there. Corey Day and Corey LaJoie. I don't want to be mean, but that's all the stands I made. I did not make any more stands. And I'm getting better. I think the progress so far is this. Let me check the bottom here. That was the first one. Okay, and this was the second one. I made notes on the bottom, and this was the third one. So Corey Day is the best one so far. So that's where we're at right now. Let's get that Enfuego right inside there. Taco, let me check. Taco, 1 second. Austin Dillon. Taco, you did win. You have the Austin Dillon spot. Nothing on my stand so far, but we did say Austin Dillon's name here. So congrats on that. And who knows how many more zebras we're going to get here. Then Fuego, Carson Hocevar. We got Landon Lewis. Here is Kyle Larson and Landon Huffman there. How about Ryan Priest, Carolina Blue, and Dale. There's Dale Jarrett, UPS. Caden Honeycutt, trackside, Caden Honeycutt. Andre Perez, Cody Ware, and how about more Kyle Larson? This time a lime green 66 out of 75. Kyle Larson. And right behind it is a little JHN Sparks. John Hunter hitting today. And right behind that is a Riley Hurst trackside. That's a good pack. Zachary Tinkle and Justin Haley. Josh Bilecki, another silver. Somebody called that says you get a when there's a zebra, is the same boxes that have the silver trackside in it. This one's Josh Bilecki. That's a good observation. I did not make the observation. So far, we've had 2 zebras and 3. Well, now that I think that's, hold on, let's look. Prism. These are all prisms. So far, we're doing pretty good on this. Josh Bilecki, Jimmy Johnson, and Brendan Poole are the 3. I can't call those case hits anymore. We got 3 of them. Darryl Waltrip, claim to fame. William Byron. Here is Connor Mosek and Tanner Gray. Nick Sanchez is the tricolor. Bubba Wall, Skills. We got Sammy Smith and Ryan Priest. Ricky Stenhouse. Here's a red Taylor Gray. And then Chase Elliott is our tandem. One more Jeremy Clements to finish off that box. All right, well, what do you think, chat? Chat's a little quiet in here. Give me a second to clean up the area. We'll do one more box for the halfway point. We're not even halfway. This is our 6th box, and so far 2 zebras and Fuego. Those are the red and the gold, and Fuegos are my favorite because I think that's a really, really sharp card. The gold really matches with we only had a couple of those. And the gold really matches with the Enfuego bars or fire in behind it. So I think that's a very, very good card. And it's out of 10. 10 out of 10 on that one. All right, sometimes you got to call it out. Call out who you're looking for. How's the, I know it's during the day. A little more chat. There's a lot more chat at night. I know some people just have me on as background noise, the smooth tones of United Sports Cards in the background. All right, this is box number 6. No, low number is that gold card out of 10. And we had a few tie-dyes. Yeah, there you go. Call it out. The Nut House called his shot. He called for an autograph. Got an autograph. And you never know, there might be more. All right, there's our first. Oh, look, speaking of gold, here comes a gold. I think it's the first time I said Keelan Harvick and Brett Cruz. And here comes a gold of Sally Mott, a free Sally Mott. KJ, congrats on that. I tell you, you got to get in on the giveaways. Because for some reason, the giveaways hit. Look at that. grab, sorry, I only made 3. That's where my 3D printing has gone to, so gotta use the old school. There's Sally Mott. It's our second gold. There you go. Zebra gold, zebra gold. Congrats, KJ. I thought I just saw KJ here. Maybe they stepped away. All right, how about more Kyle Larson and Ty Gibbs? There is Mark Martin and Joey Logano. More Ty Gibbs. This time a burgundy Ty Gibbs. And William Byron. On the skills, we got Kyle Busch and a freak. Remember, if anybody does want any of these, send me a direct message. Don't post it in chat because I'll miss it. Send me a direct message. I'd be happy to include these in, when I'm shipping it to you. Dale and Connor Zillage. Here is Tyler Reddick silver and a Ryan Vargas autograph. Maybe no offense, Ryan Vargas, but maybe our streak ended. But there's Ryan Vargas, 30 out of 49 for an autograph. A purple autograph. Keep going with Brad K. We got Tony B and Jake Garcia. Ross Chastain, Carolina Blue. Ross Chastain. And Fuego, Chase Briscoe. We got Spencer Boyd. Here is Josh Sperry. We got Brendan Poole. Tyler Eckram Blue. Out of 175, 66 out of 175. Chase Briscoe again, claim to fame. There's Frankie Nunez on the trackside, Frankie Nunez. Justin Allgaier, Michael McDowell. Another lime green, Jake Garcia. This one is 30 out of 75. Kyle Larson, I think, was the other one. And there's Eric Jones, Lightning. I think the Lightning is a cool looking card. I like the way that card looks. And Riley Hurst, trackside Riley Hurst. Ben Rhodes and Sally Mott. Here is Ryan Preece. And right behind it looks like a Jimmy Johnson autograph. There you go. Little JJ. Silver autograph. Jimmy Johnson on this one. Take a look at that. Congrats, who had Jimmy Johnson? That one's going to JR. JR, that's all you. Congrats on that autograph, silver. Keep going with John Hunter, Chase Briscoe, and Butterbean. Here's a blue Josh Berry. 199. Number 20 out of 199. Chase Elliott. Skills. We had Brendan Lasser. There is Eric Jones and Bailey Curry. There's our silver Brad K. And a red Skills Brad K. Back-to-back Brads. We got Josh Williams, Daniel Suarez, Parker Retzlaff. Here's a white Christian Eckes out of 99. This is 62 out of 99. More Kyle Larson Love tandem, the tandem draft. There's Corey LaJoie. We got JHN and Brendan Lasser. Here is a silver Ryan Ellis. SVG Skills. More Ryan Ellis. Pit Road Ryan Ellis. Taylor Gray and Ty Dillon. Sheldon Creed Silver. Pit Road Silver. There's only about 5 to 8 of those per case. Noah Gregson and Fuego. And Corey Day to finish off. And meet our halfway point. We are halfway through the break right now. Give me a chance to clean up a touch. Not too bad. 2 golds and 2 zebras in our break so far. And while I'm opening this, I've got to do a little commercial break here. If you did not get the driver you wanted, select the. I posted another case select for next Monday, so it's 5 days away. So next Monday has a full case break. It's like same thing as today. All the drivers will be shipped. All cards will be shipped. So same thing for today. And then we got some fun. Tomorrow is out of 2025, including National Treasure. National Treasure first off the line. So tomorrow we got some first off the line NT, regular NT, and Prism. A mixer for tomorrow. In the evening though. It's not a morning break, an evening break tomorrow. And then I'm putting a 2024 package together for next week. So a little older stuff as we wait for turn 4 to come out. So that's my commercial break going on right now. If you're interested in that, drivers are posted in those. You can pick up your drivers. And let's continue our select. Chat's really quiet. I feel people there, right? All right, let's keep going. Box number 7. Start with Kyle Busch. So look at that. Kyle Busch and Brad K. Here, Taylor Gray Silver. And Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick Skills. Daniel Hemrick and Spencer Boyd, Ryan Ellis. Here is Jimmy Johnson. And how about a Danica Patrick autograph? The ladies are showing up today. Tony B, Brittany Z, and Danica Patrick. On the autograph, there's a blue out of 99, 35. 35 out of 99, blue. Put next to Brittany. How about Awesome Dawson Sutton? We got Kurt Busch and Daniel Hemrick. And more Tony B. This time, the lime green. This is 62 out of 75 for Tony B. Tony B's making a good showing today. William Byron and Fuego. Chris Buescher and William Swalich. How about Richard Petty and Taylor Gray Red? More Richard Petty. Claim to fame. And more Richard Petty. Pit Road. John Hunter and Brent Lasser. Here is more Brent Lasser. This time a silver Prism. A Prism Pit Road. And right behind that is Luke Fenhouse autograph. There you go. That's our second autograph of the box. This time, Luke Fenhouse. The autographs are filling up. Some nice ones. Ryan Ellis. We have Josh Williams and Corey LaJoie. And there's Jesse Love. That's our second NASCAR parallel. This time, a little Jesse Love on this. Where's our, I think I put him right here. That's our silvers. Oh, right there. There we go. We had Carson Hocevar and Jesse Love so far as our NASCAR parallels. And Fuego, Mark Martin. And one more, Kurt Busch. For that stack. Box number 7 we're in. Corey Day and Ty Gibbs. Raja Caruth out of 99. 37 out of 99. And then Justin Allgaier. Claim to fame. Here is the King on a trackside. Mark Martin, Joey Logano, Bo Walls. And a red Austin Dillon. That's a free Austin Dillon taco. You won that auction. Thank you for that. And rewarded with a little Austin Dillon free spot out of 99. William Swalich is the trackside. Dale and Connor Zillage. More Tony B. Silver. And Jeff Gordon. Claim to fame. Kyle Busch. Pit Road. We got Tony B again. Jake Garcia. And Brendan Jones. Mr. Jones is a tie-dye. We got a lot of autographed tie-dyes. I think this is our first regular tie-dye card. out of 25. 14. 14 out of 25 there. Not too bad. Not too bad. A little Brendan Jones. Run out of room. That's a good problem to have. Denny Hamlin. Skills. We got Brad K, Josh Berry, and Brendan Poole. Here's Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon, Carolina Blue. Jeff Gordon. And there's the Harvicks. Kevin and Keelan on the tandem draft. Spencer Boyd. Awesome Dawson Sutton. Chris Buescher. William Byron. Again, a free William Byron. Giveaway silver. And how about a little Joey Logano? Looking all mean mugging it. I like when they smile. Joey Logano in Fuego red. This is 28 out of 99. What do you think? Do you like the red or do you like the gold better? Pretend you didn't know there's scarcity of them. I think they're both. I think the Infuego reds and golds are pretty sharp cards. I enjoy those. William Swalich to finish off that box right there. I like those. I think that's a fun combination, the red and the gold. Obviously, gold is more, a little more on the rare side than the red, but I think both of those Infuego parallels are that and the Sparks are the ones I like the best in this year's select. Slide my stands back. One thing I'm saying is like it helps. I think I might need to make this a little taller because when I slide it back, it's kind of tough to grab. Just playing around with them. That's my attempt at 3D printing as I enjoy my semi-retirement. So far, my hobbies are sports cards, obviously, and Legos, and now 3D printing because I'm really having fun with the 3D printing. Problem is the filament's expensive. All right, here we go. We're going for box number 8. We're in our 8th box right now. Okay, how's chat doing? It seems like anybody out there? When you get a nice hit, you can say something in chat. That's always fun. But that's okay. I'll still keep opening the boxes for you and enjoying ourselves. So far, still want a 1-1. I'm going to call it. Still need a 1-1. Haven't had a 1-1 yet. I would be greedy, but why not? Doesn't hurt to ask. Little hope. We had a nice Carson Hocevar here. What was the Hocevar? The Hocevar one was the NASCAR one. Okay, not too bad on that. Hopefully, let's see. Let's give the magic going. Ty Dillon, and there's more Keelan Harvick. There's a little Keelan Harvick. How about Ryan Blaney Silver and Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric skills. Bailey Curry and Britt Cruz. Mark Martin, Connor Mosek. Connor Mosek on the Carolina Blue. Kyle Busch in Fuego. There's our high number, a little Luke Fenhouse trackside. We got Joey Logano and Dale. Here is Spencer Boyd, silver. We have, looks like Joey Logano again, claim to fame. Daniel Suarez, Sally Mott. Oh, here comes a NASCAR. There's Chase Briscoe, but a NASCAR of Zachary Tinkle. That's our third one. This time a little Zachary Tinkle. NASCAR. They're not numbered. I saw people commenting about 99, somewhere in that area. It's hard, they never release how many boxes they made, so it's kind of hard to print. But right behind it, right behind it is Ricky Stenhouse. Right behind that one, we got a Ricky Stenhouse autograph. There you go. Ricky Stenhouse. Our autograph is filling up. And right behind that is Christopher Bell trackside. Let's keep going with Jake Garcia. Here is Josh Berry and Taylor Gray silver. Little Jeff Gordon. Skills. Justin Allgaier, Connor Zilich, Tony B. Here is more Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson's the hit today. This time we got a tie-dye Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson all over the place. Got an autograph Kyle Larson, a little tie-dye Kyle Larson, and a gold Kyle Larson in Fuego. Oh, color, yeah. I was thinking we haven't had a color blast yet. There's Jimmy Johnson. Let's see what's coming up. Parker Retzlaff to finish off that stack. We have Michael McDowell and Taylor Gray. Here is Gio Ruggiero on William Solid, Spread Cruz blue, tandem blue. 17 out of 49. Eric Jones. We got Sam Meyer and Ben Rhodes. Here's Dave Reagan silver, followed by more Brad K. Claim to fame. Ben Rhodes and Jesse Love. Here is Brendan Jones. Connor Hall is the tricolor, and Justin Bonsignor is our silver autograph. That's our second autograph of the box. Still got plenty of break. There's still 4 boxes left. Yeah, we haven't had a color blast. I'm looking for a 101. Let's mention color blast because then it'll hit. Our wall of fame is full. Gotta start putting them elsewhere. Sammy Meyer, that's a good problem to have. Butterbean and Eric Jones. Ricky Stenhouse, silver this time. Kyle Larson is the skills. We got Sally Mott, Bailey Curry, and Daniel Suarez. And Austin Cindric. There you go. Picked up a last second Austin Cindric. Got your worth. There's a tie-dye. Austin Cindric, tie-dye. Trackside. This one is 11 out of 25. The tie-dye trackside. Jeff Gordon and Fuego. Chase Briscoe. There's Parker Retzlaff and Justin Allgaier. How about a Raja silver? Frankie Nunez, claim to fame. And finish it up with Butterbean on pit road. All right, we're 2/3 of the way done. Still plenty of opportunity left. A chance to clean up everything and say thank you, everybody, for being part of the break. I know during the day it's a little tougher during the day because everybody's working and stuff. So I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out with us. If you are watching on YouTube, remember I record all the shows and I restream them on YouTube. I'll post that usually in the morning. I post it. So if you are, hit the like, the follow, the thank you button, whatever that's called, just so I can keep the YouTube page going. And let's keep it up. This is starting box number 9. We'll see what we got here. Yeah, Color Blast is incoming. Let's call that. But I want a 101. We've seen a bunch of Color Blasts. I thought that would be cool if they had black Color Blast and white Color Blast. I think that'd be fun. Here is box number 9. Our low number is the 2 golds that you're seeing right there. All right. There we go. Box number 9. Good luck. First stack. We have Ben Rhodes and Sally Mott again. Here is Joey Logano silver, followed by Corey Heim. Corey Heim skills. Andre Perez. There's Brendan Jones and Sammy Meyer. Here's more Sammy Meyer blue. Still Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott claim to fame. There's a Ben Rhodes trackside. We got Sheldon Creed and Blaine Perkins. More Chase Elliott. Burgundy. And Carson Kvapil is the Sparks. That's your memorabilia. Right behind it is a Jesse Love trackside again. We're getting a few more tracksides. Chase Elliott and Riley Hurst. Austin Dillon, a free Austin Dillon for Taco. And Alex Bowman is the tandem with Blake Harris. Riley Hurst. Get that in the right stack here. Frankie Nunez and Josh Bilecki. Here is Carson Hocevar Silver and a little Daniel Hemrick. Daniel Hemrick purple autograph. This one is 3 out of 49. So some good low numbers, some good low number autographs. Right behind that is Frankie Nunez. We got Jimmy Johnson and Jesse Love. And oh, how about a little Jeff? Oh, sorry, Jeb. A little Jeb Burton. A little Jeb Burton NASCAR. That's our 4th NASCAR. We got Jeb Burton and Zachary Tinkle. There's Kyle Larson and I forgot who it was. Kyle Larson and Jesse Love. Those are NASCARs. And little Brad and Fuego. Josh Bilecki. All right, let's go Chase Briscoe and Butterbean. Here is Britt Cruz, tricolor, and look at that, little Matt Kenseth. The legends are showing up too. Mark Martin. Okay. Carl Edwards here. There is, Matt Kenseth right there. Put that up there. I don't know. I'm running out of room. I'm trying to kind of want to cover people's seeing their spot, but Jimmy Johnson, Cole Custer, and David Reagan. Here's Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney silver, and Denny Hamlin is the claim to fame. There is Austin Beers. Yeah, I agree. There's some good autos here. I'm going to show them all at the end. But yeah, we're getting some nice autos. Not much filler today. Austin Beers. Here is Ryan Ellis, tricolor. Ryan Blaney. The Ryans are here. Ryan Blaney on the skills. Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, Billy Curry, Ross Chastain, red. And Fuego is Corey Heim. Jesse Love. Daniel Torres. We got Parker Retzlaff. Here is a silver Tyler Reddick and a red Chase Elliott. Yeah, I'm liking the gold. Sorry, I'm comparing. Gold, obviously, it's just, you can't get back that bias of it's gold. It's out of 10. Brendan Jones, Justin Allgaier, and Michael McDowell. There's Darrell Waltrip. Red. William Byron, claim to fame. And one more, Sam Myers. Yeah, it's hard to get by. It's hard to get by the red. We know that the gold is much more scarce, a little more rare, the gold and the red. But between those two, I think the gold is a little, I like it a little nicer. A little nicer is the gold and the red. And then, like I said, the Sparks are my favorite of the select. Sorry, I'm a counter. We'll go 6 and 6. This is box number 10. Okay, so 3 boxes to go here. And yeah, we're looking for a color blast. Haven't had a color blast yet. I want to be greedy about it. 1-1 though. I want to see a 1-1. Call that out. Now, if you did see, notice there's still 9 drivers left. If you saw a couple drivers that, you saw enough. We saw the hits, guaranteed hits. I can pull it up for you if you're looking for it. Put a pre-bid on it or just call it out in chat. Let me know in chat if there is somebody you're looking for. Of the 9 spots left, put a pre-bid on it. If you see somebody that, before that, 1-1 shows up of Connor Hall, you can grab him right now. And they're all like just, I think $3 or $10, so it's nothing too fancy. Still available, but they are still available. Let's check it out before we look at that Is there any pre-bids? Oh, somebody did put a pre-bid on somebody. Here is Cody Ware. Let's see who did that. Cody Ware pre-bid. We'll do just 10 seconds. Cody Ware. Stephanie, thank you for that. Yeah, look through. I think we had a Jeb Burton. We got Jeb Burton NASCAR. Got one of those. Thank you, Stephanie. If any of these others look, we had a Jeb Burton. So if there is something that you're looking at, thank you, Stephanie. Let me unpin that. All right, box number 10. Let's see what we got here. Frankie Nunez is starting us off. Josh Bilecki. Here is Alex Bowman. And there's a little Ross Chastain right there. A purple Ross Chastain autograph. This one, purple, I forgot, 99. Let me check it out. Ross Chastain, 49. 8 out of 49 on Ross Chastain. I guess I got to put him right there. I'll show all the autographs at the end. Don't worry about that. Todd Gilliland. We got Carson Quaffle and Corey Heim. Here is more Jeb Burton, silver. Silver Jeb Burton. And Dale Jarrett, claim to fame. Connor Mosack. We have Jimmy Johnson and Jesse Love. Cole Custer. Blue, Cole Custer Blue. And Connor Zillage, claim to fame. Zane Smith. Here is Brendan Jones and Sammy Meyer. Ty Dillon on the silver. And right behind it is Junior. Claim to fame red out of 99. How about Kyle Larson and Cole Custer, David Reagan, and how about a little Connor Zillage out of 49. Got the orange out of 49 right there for Connor Zillage. We've had a few of these. This one's 11 out of 49. So far, our oranges are double butter beans and a Bailey Curry for our orange. Here's My Name is Earl, claim to fame. We got Gio, followed by Ben Rhodes and Sally Mott, Denny Hamlin, blue, Joey Logano, select, skills, and finish up Landon Huff. Stack right here. Let's go with Chase Elliott and Riley Hurst. Here's SVG. Is the silver. Christopher Bell and Fuego. We got Alex Bowman, John Paul Southern, and Austin Beers. And a little Frankie Nunez. A little maroon Frankie Nunez. The burgundy, the purple, whatever your favorite shade of purple is. Kyle Busch. And how about a Brayton Laster, high number. That's a trackside. Kyle Larson and Lennon Huffman. Here is Brett Cruz. Blue and more Austin Cindric. The little swatch. Little swats of Austin Cindric. John Hunter, high number. This is trackside 245 trackside. Anthony Alfredo and Christian Eckes. We got William Swalich, tricolor. There is Richard Petty, skills, Tanner Gray, Jeff Burton, and Kane Honeycutt. Corey Heim, white, 23 out of 99 for Corey Heim. Ty Gibbs and Fuego, Ryan Preece, Sheldon Creed and Blaine Perkins, Corey LaJoie. And, sneaking in a last-second autograph of Todd Gilliland. Your Todd Gilliland autograph for our second autograph of the box. And one more. Ricky Stenhouse. Pit Road. All right, we're on the home stretch. If you're enjoying what we do, please follow. Hit that follow button. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to follow and like and all that stuff, because we keep the prices down by doing all this extra stuff. Oh, yeah, an emerald. That's it. So here's what we're looking for. I don't want to be greedy, but a 101 out of 5 emerald. We've been pretty lucky with the emeralds. And then, of course, we need our color blast. Now, we had cases that had none in them, and we've had cases that had 2 in them. In fact, if you look on YouTube, I posted one of the bread, had one of the best. I've been breaking for 9 years now, NASCAR, and one of the best cases we've ever had. Top 10 cases. We had a top 10 cases. It had 2 color blasts, it had a 101 in it. It was just it was one of the best cases we ever had. All right. Oh, so let's open up the second half here. So if you want to just, you need to, it's late night, you just want to watch some NASCAR, watch that video. It was pretty fun. You can do it on 2 times the speed. I sound really funny at 2 times the speed. Here we go. Box number 11, and there's 12 sitting right back there. And then I'll show all the autographs at the end if you were coming in and out. I know some people are busy working and stuff, so I'll show all the autographs here and all the stuff I top loaded. Show that at the end. All right, box number 11. Let's start with David Reagan is our start. Keep going. John Paul Southern. Here is William Sawalich. A little burgundy William Sawalich. If Justin Bonsignor and Connor Hall on the track side. Connor Hall. Here is Austin Beers and Chase Elliott. Tony B. Silver. And a Brett Cruz, William Sawalich. Tandem. Jimmy Johnson and Riley Hurst. Here's Frankie Nunez. Oh, it comes a gold. Look at that. Snuck up on us. Boom. SVG gold. Gold card snuck up on us. This time we got SVG. This one, what do we got? We got 5 out of 10. Nice. Who had SVG? This one's going to Ethan. Where's Ethan? I thought I saw him. Very nice. Congrats on that. We'll put let's put it over here so people can see. Let's put it right in the middle. Don't worry about cement. So 3 gold. Oh, 3 gold and 2 zebras. And right behind that is a Joey Logano. A little shiny orange Joey Logano. About Jesse Love. Keep going here. Josh Bilecki and Jimmy Johnson. Here's Andre Perez de Lara. Silver. Michael McDowell and Fuego. There is Brendan Jones, Christian Eckes, and Jeff Burton. Kyle Busch Silver. So a little Prism Kyle Busch, Richard Petty and Fuego. Here, Riley Hurst, Caden Honeycutt, and Sheldon Creed. We're looking at a tricolor of Ricky Stenhouse and Jimmy Johnson in Fuego Red. One more Frankie Nunez. Looks like Blaine Perkins and Cole Custer. Justin Allgaier Silver. More Kyle Busch. Claim to fame. Josh Bilecki and Gio. Here is Alex Bowman and a valued collector. Ryan Preece. We'll show that in a second here. David Reagan. Todd Gilliland and Zane Smith. Here is Tyler Akram Silver. And William Byron and Fuego. John Paul Southern. We got Kyle Larson and Lennon Huffman. And another. Okay, right there. We got another lime green. I thought we were talking emerald green. This is 53 out of 75. Harrison Burton. Lime green. And right behind it was what I was getting. I didn't want to give it away. I was getting the top loader for that. Alex Bowman. A trackside autograph for Alex Bowman. Take a look at that one. The autographs were with no fillers. There's some, but not too bad on the fillers. And we still got this valued collector right here. Here's Raja Cruz, trackside. There is Carson Kvapil and Corey Heim. Connor Hall, silver. And little. Here we we go. Claim to fame is Richard Petty. Right behind it is Austin Beers. And here we go. Good luck, Anthony Alfredo. Anybody can tell yet? Go. Carson Hocevar is our. Let me get the good stuff. Carson Hocevar is our color blast on this one. Let me take care of that. Ethan, was that you? Carson Hocevar? There you go. Congrats on that. I never looked at the back. I always looked at the front. I thought they would have done a parallel, like a white and a black one. I thought that'd be nice. Congrats on that, Ethan. Very nice. Oh, right behind it, a little Taylor Gray tie-dye. Taylor Gray right behind it. This one is 23 out of 25. Congrats, Ethan. Very nice. Put those tie-dyes there. I got a lot of top loading going on here. Jimmy Johnson and Chase Elliott to finish off the box. But wait. We got our, hold on, I gotta use my other 3D print. I don't know if this is the best yet. Okay. I've made a big license plate. All right, let's see what the 3D print is. So I can do it. I don't remember, honestly, what the people who didn't sign is. This is a legendary signatures. Now we'll see. Card number 2 is, boom. Oh, little Chad Knaus. See if I can get a good focus on that. There you go. I think that was with the C's on the drivers. Let me check here. I think, let me check. No, that was not. So Chad was with probably Jimmy Johnson. Hold on, let me see if I can find him. I think he's with Jimmy Johnson. Hold on here. Yes. Yeah, JR. JR, that's you. I'm going to put it in a top loader, JR, so you don't accidentally throw it out. Okay, but yeah, I think that's with Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, I paired them up together because they're in the. It makes sense. It makes sense to put them together. JR, congrats. If you got listening to me in the background, take a look at that. There's our one more box to go. Yeah, still waiting on that 101. Still waiting on that 101. It might happen here. Maybe in this box right here. And then take a look. Take a look. Last chance. If you saw enough of the, there's still 8 drivers left. If there, there's a lot of those have hit. We had a good Harrison Burton. We had Jeb Burton is the. Jeb Burton had a NASCAR. So if there is somebody you're looking for, let me run those. There's still a few good spots. 8 spots left if they're of interest to you. I probably. Just call it out if you want somebody. So everybody thumb through that right now while I'm opening up my last. There's 8 spots left. I don't want to hold up the break any. And we've had a few of those nice hits. So if there is anybody you're interested in, call it out or put a pre-bid on it. I'll search before I finish up. Here's my last attempt to get those sold. Otherwise, I will they'll help my collection. And then thanks again too for hanging out on during the day. Hanging out. I got on a Monday. Today's Wednesday already. Thanks for hanging out on a Wednesday with me. I will get all these sorted, and all the cards are going to be shipped. Should I put the Burtons together for you? Let me put. I feel better. I'm going to run it at auction. Let's see. You get all the Burtons. Who's that? Jeb and Jeff. Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to put Harrison Burton and Jeff. And Jeb Burton together. And we had, I got to pull it out. We'll show it. But we had a couple nice ones of that. So Harrison Burton and Jeb Burton. And I'll group them. I'll put it at auction for 8 is what I saw. So give me a second here. Jeb Burton. I'll start it at auction at 8. There you go. Okay. There you go. And then give me a sec. Let me delete Jeb Burton. And then let the market decide. Let the market decide for that. Again, if you've already picked up something here, it's not going to add any more to your shipping. There you go. There's Harrison Burton. I can start looking for the Burtons. It'll take me a while, but we'll show them at the end. I'll show all the things I hit at the end. There's that 8 for Harrison Burton and Jeb Burton. We had a LP jumped in there. It's a Tanner Gray. Do we have a Tan? No, it's a Taylor Gray. I mean, we've had these. Thank you, LP. That is all yours. Yeah, if anybody sees anything else that they would like, there's 6 spots left. If you're looking at it, otherwise, thank you for joining the break. And we had a lot of fun today. We're going to go through not a lot of filler. Swatch, Stephanie, of course. Let me run that. I'm going to run it for 5. Yeah, just call it out. We're just closing out here. There's William Swatch for 5. And like I said, also we do here, remember, if you chose local pickup, then I'll hold your cards to the end of the week. It'll save you a little more on shipping. Be happy to do that for you. Clean up. All right, here we go. Last box magic is going to happen here. Last box on this one. Okay, should I run Brennan Poole? I could run that. Here's Brennan Poole going for 3. And let's clean up before we go through this last box. And like I said, some people like to wait till they see a guaranteed hit. I honestly don't remember if Connor Hall, so I would not. I know this is bad salesmanship. I wouldn't bid on anything on Connor Hall. John Paul Sutherland, we said his name, but I don't remember anything. Yeah, so unless you saw something, if you were keeping track of it. All right, good luck on the last box, little last box magic. And if you enjoy how we do here, please follow. If you like how we're running the break, please follow, because we're all NASCAR here at United Sports Cards. There's Tony B, Jake Garcia. We don't get the big football and basketball, 100 people in the break at a time. More Carl Larson. Carl Larson did pretty well today. Brad K on the skills. Oh, how about that? How about a high number? Keelan Harvick. A high number right there. Josh Berry and Brennan Poole. Here is Corey Day. Corey Day silver. And Kyle Larson again. Skills. Landon Lewis. There is JHN and Brayton Lasser. Getting a lot of the rookies. Ryan Priest. And more legendary. More legendary. A little Alan Gustafson. There you go. More legendary signatures. This one is 49 out of 99. Probably, I would have put Alan Gustafson with Chase Elliott, right? I would have put him with Chase Elliott. I was getting a little brain fart right there. This is KJ. KJ, that's all you. Congrats on that. For our first autograph of that box. Still holding out for a 101 here. We got Darryl Waltrip and Mark Martin. Here is Joey Logano. And right behind it is Raja. Silver and Michael McDowell. I think we've had a Michael McDowell already. That might be our second Michael McDowell autograph. He's got a good autograph. Not too shabby on his autograph. Jeremy Clements. More Keelan Harvick. Here's Brett Cruz and Ty Gibbs, blue. William Swatch and Brett Cruz, the tandem. There is Sammy Smith. There is Kyle Busch and Brad K. Daniel Hemrick, blue. And Frankie Nunez, claim to fame. Denny Hamlin, followed by Dale Earnhardt, Connor Zilic, and a little Darryl Waltrip. We got one more. I think we had 4 of these of the orange. Out of 49, Michael McDowell and Fuego, and finish up SVG for that stack. All right, little last stack here. Good luck. Good luck. Let's see what we got. Should we cheat? We got Daniel Suarez and Parker Retzlaff. Zachary Tinkle. And the memorabilia, little Sparks, little Brad K Sparks. Got a Ty Dillon trackside. Justin Allgaier and Michael McDowell. Chase Elliott Silver. Kyle Busch, claim to fame. Austin Hill. Taylor Gray and Ty Dillon. Joey Logano. Got a little Joey Logano tricolor. Justin Bonsignor on the skills. That was a free William Byron. That was part of the giveaway so long ago. Josh Williams and Corey LaJoie. There's more Raja Carolina Blue. And Jeff Gordon in Fuego. More Jeb, the Burns. Thank you for just picking that up, Jeb Burton. There's the Burtons. And Corey Day, Ty Gibbs. Carson Hocevar Silver. A red, Ricky Stenhouse in Fuego. And let's finish with Carson Hocevar is our last card of the break. All right. Hey, thank you, Jennifer. That's a great point. Congrats, everybody. Let me show all these autographs. The nice part is there wasn't a lot of filler autographs. I don't want to be poor Spencer Boyd because Spencer Boyd's mom might be watching us right now, so you got to say nice things about it. I was always taught if you can't say nothing nice, don't say anything. So I don't want to pick on, but that's my go-to Spencer Boyd. Well, let's take a look at these autographs. We got Matt Kenseth, blue. Luke Fenhouse. Here is Jimmy Johnson, autograph. And Ryan Vargas. Ross Chastain, tie-dye. And how about a little Mark Martin? He called a shot. The Nuthouse called a shot on that one. There is Takuma, Koga, tie-dye, and Kyle Larson, silver. Tony B, silver. Trackside action, and Josh Bilecki. This is a blue one out of 99. Blue is out of 99. And some pit crews. We got Alan Gustafson. There is Alex Bowman. Trackside action. And the ladies showed up today too. Danica, Patrick. We got Brittany Z. Here is Daniel Hemrick, purple. 3 out of 49 for purple. And then Ken Schrader. I think we had a double Ken Schrader. Ricky Stenhouse. Yeah, there's our second Ken Schrader. A pair of Kens. Carl Edwards. For tie-dye. And Michael McDowell. I think that's our second Todd Gillen autograph. And our second Ross Chastain autograph. So Ross Chastain showed up today too. So okay, then we had, here's our NASCAR ones, Jeb Burton and Carson Hocevar, Jesse Love, and Zachary Tinkle was our NASCAR. Oh, one more autograph, Justin Bonsignor. And our Prism, our high number, our trackside Prism was Brennan Poole and Jimmy Johnson and Josh Bilecki. And a few tie-dyes. Not autographed is Brendan Jones, Taylor Gray, Austin Cindric, and Kyle Larson again. Kyle Larson showed up today. And then obviously the biggies. Let's start with the Zebras. Corey Day, a pair of Corys, Corey LaJoie, are the Zebras. We had 3 golds today. A free Sally Mott. That was a giveaway. Congrats on that, KJ. SVG. And Kyle Larson again. And then, of course, Carson Hocevar. Ethan, congrats. That was all you. All right. Well, hey, thanks, everybody. I had fun this morning. I appreciate that. I will definitely get these all sorted and shipped to you. We'll be ready to go. Look for all the other ones. Yeah, Jimmy Black, thank you so much. I appreciate Card Lab. Stephanie, thank you so much, everybody, for being part of the break. Had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun today. I did enjoy it, and I'd be happy to take suggestions. Any thoughts that you have, please just send me a direct message. I'd be happy to share that with you. And I'll see everybody tomorrow night. We're doing a little 2025 break. So looking forward to seeing everybody there. Anybody